Good evening, I'm Trish GLOSE. Thanks for joining us. Rick has the night off. The Southern Oregon High-Tech Crimes Task Force without a leader. Its former commander under investigation for wrongdoing. Despite the problems, the group says it's moving forward. News 10's Whitney Clark has details in tonight's top story at 6.
A police officer who once helped solve cyber crimes, now under investigation himself.
I've arrested teachers, I've arrested police officers, I've arrested people who own businesses, and I've arrested transients.
Sergeant Josh Mullen, the former commander of the Southern Oregon High-Tech Crimes Task Force, under investigation for possible wrongdoing. He resigned just last week, but the investigation began more than a month ago. The Jackson County District Attorney's Office says it can't get into specifics.
At this point, it is simply an investigation, but it's an ongoing investigation. It's still being looked at. So how long that will take, what else needs to be done, and when a final decision would be made, I really can't say.
DA Mark Huddleston now asking the Oregon Department of Justice to review the case.
Usually it would be referred to another DA's office, but because the Southern Oregon High-Tech Crimes Task Force works in a number of counties in Southern Oregon, I felt it was best to go north and go to the Department of Justice.
According to the City of Central Point's website, Mullen was a firefighter. He then went on to work for Ashland Police before moving to Central Point PD. Then, more than 7 years ago, he helped start the Special Crimes Task Force, becoming an expert in digital forensics, using technology to prosecute sex offenders and those who like to look at child pornography. However, Chief KRIS Allison says the community won't notice a difference in services.
Just as of yesterday, we did a presentation at the Children's Advocacy Center for education pieces of it. So you're going to see no lapse in services for our education or our prosecution or our intake in the cases.
For now, a former officer with an open case of his own. Covering your news in Central Point, Whitney Clark, News 10.
Mullen no longer lives in Southern Oregon. News 10 tried to contact him today, but we could not get a hold of him. In the last few months alone, the task force has been responsible for several busts. In May, Joseph Kurz was arrested in Grants Pass, accused of handing out pictures and videos of young children being sexually abused. In June, Michael White was found guilty of 20 charges involving sex crimes. And in April, the task force announced it was part of a nationwide effort to break up a massive counterfeit scam.